Hi, so we're going to talk about the pop function for arrays. So the pop function removes the last element from an array and returns that element. It takes off the last value and then you can assign it to whatever variable you want. So let's try and do something to explain that. And now we have the array we'll specify as my R, and I'm going to use numbers to explain that 4, 6, 5, 7, sorry, 8, that way. And if we console log this and save, what we have is 1, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Exactly what we have here. So we want to pop off the last number, and we're going to place that in a variable. But first of all, let's just pop that off. So we're going to use my R and dot pop, just that way. And now we can see that we are left with 1, 4, 5, 7, and our 8 has been popped off. So if we assign this to a variable, I'll just say my removed, for example, and we want to log this out, just say my removed here and save. Now we can see where our 8 went to. So it popped that off, and what we had there was 8. Let's move this one up here, save, and we still have 8. Pop it off again, and now what we can see is that initially we had my array, which is 1, 4, 5, 7, 8 values, and then we popped off the last value, which is 8, and the next line, and we put that in a variable called my removed. The next line we now showed the popped off value, which is 8, and the next line we now showed the remaining array after 8 has been removed, which is what we have here. And then we now popped off the last value again from the remaining array, which is from this, and the last value is 7. So we pop that off and we put it in a variable called my remove2. That's the popped off value. Then we now display that popped off value, which is 7 we have here, and then we now display the array that is remaining, which is what we have here. So that's just basically what it is that we did here. So we're now going to answer the task, or do the task, and it says let my array be equals to two arrays within an array, so a multi-dimensional array, and we use the pop function to remove the last item from my array, assigning the popped off value to removed from my array. So I'm going to take this, place that here, and now I need to assign the popped off value to this. So I will say let remove from my array, and I'm going to specify my array, dot pop, and we expect this to pop off the last value, which is cat and 2, the array containing cat and 2, and then we can as well console dot log the removed value from the array, and also we can also show the remaining part of my array that way. So save, and now what we have is we can see what was removed from my array, that is cat and 2, and we can now see the remaining part of the array, which shows John 23. That's the single array. So that's basically how to use the pop function, and remember it takes away, or it pops off the last value of an array, and then you can assign it to a variable.